Hi, Dr. Ann Clark here. Are you a big yoga fan like me? I love yoga and I'm like obsessed with my hot vinyasa classes. But have you ever noticed there's times where you come out of your yoga class and your back hurts worse than when you went in? That happens. Only because especially if you're working a full-time job where you're doing a lot of sitting and a lot of bending, and then you go into yoga and you do a lot of the forward folds and you're lying down in that long sitting position and you're bending over. It's a lot of bending. Yoga it could be a 4-to-1 ratio of forward bending versus extending backwards. It's just the nature of the yoga class. And we all love it. It feels good in the moment, but then at the end of the class and you leave, you're like, gosh, why does my back pain, or I start to have some buttock pain, after my class? And that's because you're probably doing way too much bending because of the result of what you were doing all day. You were sitting, slump sitting, and then you did some more in yoga class. And by the end of the night, you're like, wow, I'm kind of hurting more. And I'm a huge yoga fan. I love yoga. But it's really best to go into yoga when you have a healthy back, not so much when you're hurting, because it could make things worse. Certain rotational moves could make your bulge worse. Sometimes you can feel better. But a lot of times I've heard some grumbling in the back of the room sometimes, like, oh, my back hurts even more now. So be careful if you have any back pain or leg pain, you're symptomatic of something going on, that when you go into the yoga class, it just gets worse. So just be very mindful. If the symptoms are going down your leg more than they were before the class, and whatever you did during class just made things worse. So just be careful. I'm a huge fan of yoga, but you want to make sure you go into it with a healthy back, not when you're hurting. Okay?